Hi, I'm Lucas, and this is Stockport Academy's BBC School Report. Plenty coming up, including details on a charity leg wax and our performing arts showcase. However, our top story tonight is about Sport Relief. Last week, everyone at Stockport Academy got their running shoes on to help raise money for the Sport Relief charity. Students and staff ran a mile around the school at lunchtime and paid £1 to wear non-uniform. Earlier in the day, the school cheered on United Learning head of sport Sean Dowling as he passed through during a 600-mile bike ride across the country. Our reporter Abby spoke to the event organiser, Miss Foster, about how the day went.
So, Miss Foster, what have we been doing today?
Okay, so today we have had loads of different activities on. We've had Sean Dowling coming in the morning. He was starting his 600-mile bike ride, his third day of that. So we had that on this morning with the kids doing a sports relief bingo. We had cheerleaders down. In lessons, we've had sports relief bingo, as you can see. Kids doing that now. And then at lunchtime, we had our big 1 mile run where all the kids in the school completed it.
How's the day been?
I think the day's been amazing. If you look around now, every single kid, I think we've got 4 classes on here, are taking part in the Sports Relief Bingo. We had 582 pupils complete the mile, so that was 582 miles. So yeah, amazing.
Speaking from experience, it was a very hard run, but for a great cause. On the 1st of March, we welcomed all manners of characters, from the Mad Hatter to Willy Wonka, into Stockport Academy. It could only be World Book Day. Our reporter, Bethany, spoke to the head of English, Miss Upton, about what the day was all about.
So, Miss Upton, what do we exactly do here on World Book Day?
Well, Bethany, every year we celebrate World Book Day by dressing up as our favourite literary characters, and it's really great to see staff and students involved, all dressing up for a celebration of our favourite stories.
And what's your favourite part about World Book Day?
I think my favourite part is when we all get together for judging the competition and just seeing all years all together, 7 all the way through to 11, and staff all celebrating and just seeing the range of mixtures of favourite stories across the year groups. It's just a really nice moment, and just again, just great that great celebration really just shows the joy that reading can bring.
Do you think World Book Day is a good idea?
Oh, absolutely. I think the more awareness we can raise, the better in terms of getting students reading, because there's nothing better that will help you in life, and certainly in your GCSE exams, and having wonderful imagination and having great skill sets from the literacy that you gain from reading, and getting everybody in that library. I think it's so key, so that you can get the books that you enjoy and really bring that love of reading to life that will stay with you for the rest of your life.
At the end of the day, all the costumes were judged, with George winning the student category and Miss Kia winning the staff category. Reporter Roxy spoke to them after they picked up their prize.
So, why did you dress up as this character?
I like the Mad Hatter because he's a bit odd and quirky, and I am as well, and I found him really interesting.
I absolutely love Roald Dahl, and I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Willy Wonka is one of my favourite characters, and I think the story and the morals within the story are something that should be celebrated.
What was your favourite part of World Book Day?
I loved seeing everyone get so involved in coming to search for golden tickets in the library, and enjoying getting dressed up and talking about books all day long.
I'm sure you'll agree there were some crazy costumes, but it was a great day. Next we have a report on our performing arts showcase. Vicky has this one for us.
I myself took part in this fantastic opportunity to represent my school along with some others. This show consisted of a wide variety of acts, including instrument players, dancers, actors, and actresses. We have teachers from our EPA, aka Expressive Performing Arts, to thank for that. Featuring our Year 10s, the first act was a magnificent dance performance. The acts before the break were our drama students performing and my ukulele group. During the break, the steel pans drummed away to different songs, including Soca Party and The Lion Sleeps Tonight, completely wowing the audience. When the break ended, the audience were treated with another appearance of the ukulele groups and the first song by our choir. Ex-students came back especially to speak to the audience about studying performing arts at Stockport Academy. An ex-student who now studies at Salford University returned to the academy to play Careless Whisper on saxophone, along with the choreography of former Year 11 dance students. Ending the evening with a bang, the SA dance group performed to This Is Me from The Greatest Showman, and the choir sang Only You to bring the show to a grand close. All in all, the Academy is very proud of their students and their EPA department, and is hoping to do something similar again.
Thanks, Vicky. Now we have an interesting report on the Teachers' Charity Leg Wax with Violet.
On the 15th of February, students from 9SKO held a leg waxing charity event that cost £1 per ticket. Mr Small, Mr Campbell and Mr Farnworth were all waxed at once. Rip. Ouch. They all ended up with wax strip length clear skin patches on their legs. Harry Cox from 9SKO said it was funny and a good fundraiser for our form. Even though it was painful, the teachers knew it was for charity, so they did even more. The teachers all ended up with 3 patches on their legs from the waxing. There were many people there. Even some staff came to watch their fellow colleagues raise money for charity. It was an entertaining event and a great fundraiser.
Sounds painful, rather them than me. Next, Millie has been investigating a recent student council trip to Stockport Town Hall.
Hi, I'm Millie and I'm in the Student Council. They recently brought me and the rest of Student Council on a trip to the Town Hall to do some fun activities with SYP, aka Stockport Youth Parliament. Student Council reps from 3 different schools all came together to do multiple activities, including debating, talking about hate crimes, and learning how to do first aid manoeuvres. We did debating first. We debated about the possibility of nuclear war and if voting at 16 was more important than curriculum for life. We did an activity about hate crime next. Questions like, who's a typical person to be bullied were answered. In the end, we went home happy and full of interesting knowledge. We had a good time and we learned a lot. It was good to experience going to the town hall.
Thanks, Millie. And finally, with Easter just around the corner, many people will be counting the days until the end of Lent. Megan and Emily have been investigating who has been giving up at what at Stockport Academy and why.
So I've given up sugar for Lent. I mean, I didn't eat a lot of sugar anyway, but sugar has quite a detrimental effect on the body. Firstly, it's bad for the teeth. I think everybody knows that. But secondly, excess sugar is one of the leading causes of diabetes, and it can cause quite a lot of weight gain, actually. People that eat a lot of sugar find that they have quite severe energy spikes. They're very energetic and then very down at some points. And I thought, what I'd rather have is if you have a very balanced carbohydrate, then like rice, then basically your energy levels are very high all the time rather than having loads and loads of energy spikes. So it's general health and fitness, really. This is why I've given sugar up. I would say that I'm actually doing quite well. I didn't eat a lot of sugary things anyway, but I'd say I've cut it down to probably 1 thing every week or something like that, so not an awful lot. So I wouldn't say I'm doing perfectly, but I'm doing okay.
I've given up chocolate, cakes, biscuits, crisps and fizzy drinks.
And why have you given them up?
I've given up something for Lent every year since I was 8, and I do it because I support my mum, and also I give up so much now because I used to just give up chocolate, but now it's just got easy, so I give up more to make it a bit more of a challenge for myself.
And how are you getting on with it?
At the moment, I'm getting on really well, but we'll just have to see how the next couple of weeks go.
I have given up crisps for Lent. I am quite guilty about eating a lot of crisps. I will not just go for the small bags, I'll go for the big, huge bags, and sometimes I'll have more than 1 in an evening. That's really bad, isn't it? Yeah, so I've given up crisps.
Why have you given crisps up?
Because obviously they are really unhealthy, and I do like to keep myself quite fit. So I do a lot of exercise, and obviously what I've done in the past is I have gone for a really long run and I'll come back and I should make something really healthy to eat, something like a salad or something with protein in it, and just because it's really easy I'll just grab a bag of crisps instead. So that's why, to keep myself healthier.
How are you getting on?
I'm doing really, really well. It is a struggle because my cupboards are filled with them and I've not got rid of them yet because obviously I've got some really nice ones in there. I'm just saving them for, it's like a bit of motivation for when I actually can eat them again. I do miss them though.
What have you given up for Lent?
Marmalade.
Why have you given it up?
Because I love marmalade. I have marmalade on my toast every morning.
And how are you getting on with it?
I'm doing really well. I've got really good willpower, but I am missing it, and I can't wait for Easter Sunday to have marmalade on my toast.
Okay. So I've given up social media, so I've given up Facebook and Instagram over the Lent period.
Why did you choose to give them up?
I think it's quite helpful sometimes to think about something that maybe has become a little bit too dominant and think, well, can I give this up for a period of time so I can then think about using it in a slightly more healthy way.
Some interesting things there. I especially like the idea of giving up sugar and social media. I might try that next year. And now, here's Melina with the weather.
Well, the good news is that the snow from a few weeks ago is now well and truly behind us. However, we're not out of the woods yet, with temperatures set to drop this week to a low of -2. Between now and the other side of the weekend, the weather is expected to remain cloudy, with a small chance of rain, before the sun will peep through on Monday. Heading into next week, you can expect more of the same, with highs of 6 degrees.
Thanks, Melina. Well, that's all we've got time for now. We hope you've enjoyed our school report. Have a fabulous evening.